I came here to originally study education policy. I was a teacher in Chicago Public Schools for 6 years before coming here. I started teaching high school science right out of college and fell in love with it, but also saw the disparities that existed between what I had as an educational background and what my students had available to them, and it inspired me to go into the world of policy to try and improve those circumstances, and that's really what sort of guides me day to day.
My parents taught me to work hard for what I have, and despite the odds that are given to you, which I think they did an amazing job of demonstrating and modeling that as I grew up. So even though I grew up without a lot of educational resources in my home, and my parents didn't go to college, they gave me a good lesson on what is necessary to succeed.
The reason I decided to go to Evans was because when I was 16 I became homeless, and it created a really big difficulty to graduate from high school and to move on with my education. But I had a lot of people supporting me, and I thrived. I thrived in my last year of high school, and I got into I got into Northern Arizona University on a full ride. And I saw it as an opportunity for me to tell my story and to also bring power to the people who didn't make it as far as I did, because less than 1% of homeless youth graduate from high school, let alone go to college.
The first year is about rigor, the second year is about doing the stuff you really want to do, and taking some pretty deep dives on that. And I've been able to do that, working at SPU and through a lot of my classes, and learning about, the environmental issues that affect the Puget Sound in particular. And that includes water quality, stormwater runoff, wildfires and forest management, and race and social justice issues, which kind of permeate everything, and you really have to take into account if you want to act for a fairer and more just society.
So I guess my focus is public financial management and policy analysis. So I've really appreciated a lot of the classes that are more focused on kind of those hard budgetary skills that I really was not exposed to in my undergraduate program, and a lot of much more strict statistics methodology than I've really had in the past. I've taken statistics classes in undergrad, but I've had a lot more opportunity to really get a lot deeper in and get a lot more intensive practice with things like Stata and SPSS through kind of the more advanced statistics classes like multivariate analysis. And I've learned a lot about public finance through some of our great professors like Professor Marlowe, who have a background in that area. So I guess a lot of it's just been exposed to those kinds of technical skills. In this quarter, I'm taking a GIS class, which I really appreciate is being offered, where these are skills I am putting on my resume ultimately for any jobs that I'm looking at.
I mean, it just affords me a great deal of freedom, right? This is the dream, being able to focus all of your intellectual energy and focus all of your effort and time on increasing your own capacities in research, in the substantive policy areas. Having this fellowship means that I can actually take all of my time and energy and focus on my life's work, my life's goal, and that's what I'm doing.
The fellowship for me was more than just paying me money and making it fiscally easier for me to get my master's. It was also great to know that there was someone who believed in me and who was supporting me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I do appreciate people who kind of think of the students and the fact that there are a lot of financial challenges at this point, with a lot of us going to school. So with things like the Double Dog Fellowship that I got, I know that it eased my decision a lot, and made it a lot more accessible to me as an option to really move forward with, and it really helped to shape my decision with what I was doing, and I ultimately appreciate that, just because it allowed me to actually focus a little bit more on my academics than I might have been able to otherwise. It helped me to actually make a decision to move forward with my career. So I definitely encourage anybody who wants to aid people coming into this profession really to focus in on those kinds of opportunities, because it really does help us, I think, choose a giving field like this over a lot of other fields that might be more lucrative to start with. So.
Funders, I would like to say thank you. I never in a million years thought I would go to grad school. Like I said, 5 years ago, I was at a bus stop with just a bag of clothes. That was it. and to think that I'm going to be a graduate. I'm a graduate student, and I'm going to get a master's degree is probably the most fulfilling thing, and it makes the journey that I've had worth it.
Thank you for the funders of this fellowship. Without it, I might not even be here, and I don't even want to consider that situation. It's been a really great ride the last year and a half, 2 years, and I couldn't be happier that I came to the Evans School, so thank you.